Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, you guys liked that last interview I did so much. I'm like, who can I interview? Well, we have Valie here. She's another new expat here to Chiang Mai. And I figured it would be good for you to hear from a female what it's like moving here to Chiang Mai and hear her story. And you are married and have how many children?
8 and then 1 on the way.
So nine,
Yeah, eight
and a half. Okay, great, awesome. So how long have you been here in Chiang Mai now?
So this is our 3rd full month. We just passed 3 full months here.
That's good. All right, let me ask you the hard stuff. What do you think about the weather here?
It's hot, but not as hot as we expected. And it's probably because we're from Texas. So Texas is hot, it's humid. It wasn't a huge adjustment to come here, honestly, except for the fact that there are far fewer air conditioners. So you don't get out of your car and walk into the air conditioning as much as you do in Texas.
Well, very good. What was your biggest shock moving here to Chiang Mai?
I really think it was the food, and I was really surprised by that because the Thai food is really good, but that is mostly what you'll find in Chiang Mai is Thai food. So we have 8 children. We had a big adjustment with eating a lot of rice and vegetables and less meat too, because in Texas we eat a lot of meat.
Another question, I always talk about the visa issues and problems and how difficult it is here. Are you finding the visa process challenging or easy?
I would say challenging in some ways and easy in others. It's very easy to get a tourist visa here, to come here as an American and to stay here for at least 60 days. No problem at all. The immigration, super friendly, super kind. The process is smooth. The other dilemmas that we have is that we have so many dependents that it's difficult to find a visa to carry all of our dependents. So that's our biggest issue.
And you had brought up when I was talking to you earlier about a point I've only heard about once, and that was if you're coming, let's say, for an ED visa, and you're bringing your children as tag-alongs, or I don't know how you word it.
Yeah.
Dependents. Okay, tag-alongs. May not
They are
be.
tag-alongs. They
Yeah.
really are. They go everywhere with us.
They got to go with you. So there's a limit.
There's a limit of 4, as far as we can tell, per person doing an ED visa. And so even when you pay for that ED visa, you have to pay for those dependents to go as well. So that the cost is per dependent, and it's actually higher than we imagined going through a visa agency. And so
Now I heard this yesterday, not from you, and that there is an age limit on the ED visas as well, meaning it's got to be what, 15 and older is what I heard?
for the people taking the ED visa,
Yes, to go to the school.
yes, I think it is 13 or 14 and older, as far as I remember.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there was an age limit for an ED visa.
You can get a visa for your child to come to Thailand and go to an international school, and then it will carry one parent, but it doesn't work the other way. So the parent can't get the visa for the child to go to. It doesn't make sense, but you know what I'm saying? You cannot get many visas on one child going to school in an international school. You can only get 1 per one if your child is the primary visa holder.
What do you miss the most now that you've been here 3 months? What do you miss the most from USA?
I do miss the comforts of home, like the products that I used at home. That's a big change for me. Maybe for most women here, you will not be able to find your hair gel. Probably won't be able to find your shampoo or your mousse or your hairspray.
Okay, I don't have any of those problems.
It's a unique problem, I guess. So does Kendall have them? Does she have?
Well, see, I don't use any.
Kendall doesn't.
And she struggled at first because, you know, a lot of the brands are all in Thai. So I just told her, just buy 3 of this and 3 different ones of that and just see what works for you. And she did, and she found stuff.
And maybe she's like me. My cabinet is full of Thai products that I have tried.
Yeah, okay. And then she doesn't want to throw the ones that away that she doesn't use.
So you need to keep it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a big change, not having products. And then like food availability, like protein. Maybe I know you go to a protein shop, right? Do you go to a shop down in town? Do you get protein shakes?
Oh, well, actually, we buy the big containers of protein on Lazada.
Okay.
And then we have
those
those delivered. Yes.
I need to learn.
you haven't used Lazada yet?
I really haven't. I just figured out how to get groceries delivered from Macro, which is like the Sam's Club of Thailand. It's the wholesale warehouse, the wholesale place to get groceries. They will bring them to your house for free if you spend, I think, 1,000 baht, which is like $30, 30.
I could see you being able to use that with as many kids as you have. Using that service is paramount.
One of my very favorite things about Thailand, honestly, I've never had groceries delivered to my house, ever.
That's very nice. Okay, so what is something good and you weren't expecting it to be good here in Chiang Mai? Something unexpected?
I think the prices, I had a little bit of a hope that they were going to be as cheap as I thought, but the prices of food are so low that you almost do a little dance when you go to the grocery store. I don't know if you did feel this way when you came to Thailand. But coming straight from America in 2023, the prices were outrageous. It was getting out of hand. Like that's what it feels like in America. And so when we came here and a Coke is like 25 cents, it's so exciting.
I like your style, Coke. Is it Coke Zero?
Coke Zero.
All right, that's what I'm
Coke
talking
Zero.
about.
You can even get a big bottle. I'm talking like a liter for $1.
Yeah.
Less
The
than
prices
$1.
are low. And I'm glad you're giving your perspective because, it's just my wife and I here. And so you're saying things that I never thought about, like we don't go to Macro because it's just my wife and I.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And you've got all the children, so Macro's perfect for you. So yeah, this is a totally different experience. Now you decided you live in the Mae Rim area
Mae Rim.
of Chiang Mai. How do you like it up in Mae Rim? I know it's a beautiful area.
Oh, we really enjoy it. We really enjoy it because of the mountain view. We have a mountain view near, you can see from our bedroom. It's absolutely beautiful. We have a big yard. We have, I think, less mosquitoes. I haven't had a lot of experience in other parts of Chiang Mai, but it feels like the air is cooler maybe a little bit in Mae Rim.
Probably with the elevation.
More trees. There are tons of trees, so the air feels very fresh and clean. There are lots of things to do in Mae Rim, and there are lots of things to eat in Mae Rim. And so that's kind of one of the things we had noticed in other cities. It's a little bit harder to find good restaurants, and so Mae Rim has a great selection because it's a tourist destination in the high season.
Now, what about housing? If you could tell them what it was like trying to, and I know you used Alice with Indigo Realty that we...
She's so great. You should use her. Yeah.
So that's really cool. Since we mentioned her, I'll put a link in the description, but how was the house hunting in a totally honest, give us exactly what happened to you when you're looking for a home.
When we came here, we came in high season, so the hotels were being booked right underneath our feet, so to speak. So we were having to move from hotel to hotel. We were very eager to find a house to rent in a quick fashion. So we looked at maybe 3 different houses in depth, and we found the first house was in downtown. We thought about it a little longer. It wasn't really suitable for our kids as far as the setup. And then the second house we loved, but the landlord actually said, you know, you have too many people, which wasn't a big deal. That's okay. You have the right to do that. And so we kept looking, and we found, Alice had a friend named Moon, and she showed us a house in Mae Rim. It has 5 bedrooms and maybe 6 bathrooms. It's absolutely huge, and it's perfect for us. So
that's good.
You know how God has a way of working things out, and you would take the first one and he was going to give you something better, and you never know.
No, that's a 6 bathrooms. That would be very good for a family. All right, so language barrier I know is a concern for most people. Can you tell us how you've been dealing with that in the last 3 months?
Yes, so we actually were a little bit surprised when we moved up to the northern part of Chiang Mai. I think there are less English speakers in the north than maybe in Hongdong.
Okay.
And so we had a lot of interactions where we couldn't speak to anybody other than signaling and using numbers. So when I order, I say this many, and I point to the item on the menu, and we use Google Translate to figure out what we're going to order. So that worked out, but the thing that I missed the most when I came to Thailand, and it was this, just maybe even this more difficult than food, was not having a connection with people. And coming from Texas, we talk to everybody. We talk to the people at the grocery store. We have friends everywhere we go. And I really missed being able to make a connection with the people around me. And so that's one thing I still feel a great loss of and I'm trying to learn Thai words, and even just a few words can make a connection, like "aroi mak,"
Yeah.
very good, or "ni aroi mak," which this is very good, and "thank you," and things like that. But I really miss being able to speak.
How are your kids adjusting? Because I know a lot of people that are coming with children are going to want me to ask that one.
They are doing very well, and I think it may have some help and it may be improved by the fact that they have so many siblings, and so they all constantly have a friend to talk to. They have built-in friends. So we've had some connections at church. We've made friends there. The churches in Chiang Mai have been very friendly.
Good.
And so amazing, and we've really enjoyed getting to know people there. And so.
And you have a YouTube channel about your move to Chiang Mai.
Yes.
So we're going to put a link in the description. Make sure to check that out if you're wanting to see a first-hand account of them moving here and how everything goes. Yeah, I know you said you had some questions for me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
This is fun. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm very excited about this. We started watching you before we came to Chiang Mai, and we found your channel so helpful. One of the only channels on the internet that gives you the information you need, that like how much things cost. Where do you get a cell phone? Where do you get insurance? So we really have appreciated your channel. But I know people, maybe these are the questions that they're thinking. These are the questions we were thinking. What is your second favorite city in Thailand? Of course, Chiang Mai is first.
Oh, that's easy. So it'd be Chiang Rai. And the reason being is Chiang Rai to me is just Chiang Mai shrunk down. So it's really nice area. You've got all of your expat restaurants and things to do, and you've got the mountains right there, and it just seems like a smaller Chiang Mai. It's the easiest way I could say it.
Okay, what is your favorite food in Chiang Mai? And
Easy.
do you have a favorite restaurant?
Hopefully a lot of you that have been watching for a long time, you already know what I'm going to say. And that's, yeah, cow soy, yeah. And what was the second part of your question?
Favorite restaurant?
Okay, so if I had to...
Hard. There are how many restaurants in Chiang Mai?
There's, you'd never see them all.
10,000.
In a whole lifetime. There's just too many. But if I had to pick one to bring, and see, this is messed up. I like the restaurant for the views and to show off, but I'm not a huge fan of the food. It's okay. And I think it's called Imaginary Jungle. I know it's got another name, but it's right here in Hangdong, so it's not a far drive.
Okay.
And yeah, but anybody who comes to visit, have you been there?
No, I haven't. We have not explored this area. In fact, this coffee shop is beautiful.
Yes, well, you've got to go.
It knows all the good spots.
Yeah. You've got to go. Anyway, Imaginary Jungle is what I would pick to show people.
Okay, so how often have you had food poisoning or any other issues with sickness since you moved here?
That's a great question. So get ready for this, people, because when you first move here, you're going to be sick a lot. You're going to be sick until your body starts building up immunities. I was taking some vitamin, whatever vitamin it was to help boost your immune system, I was doing to try to help fight against this. All I can say is that as soon as you start feeling nauseous, sick, diarrhea, and all that stuff, there's a thing called ciprofloxacin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to OD on that stuff. Not really, but...
So frequent.
Yeah. So it's going to happen, but you start to get used to it, and it took a good year and a half for me to stop being sick a lot. So now it's much better.
We've had some great experience. Like, we've had great luck not being sick. I have been shocked.
Well, you know why?
Honestly.
Because we eat out almost every meal, and you probably cook a lot of your own food, is what I'm guessing.
At home more.
Yes, that might be the reason.
So the kids have a question for you, and they thought of this. How do you feel about durian?
Never tried it. And let me tell you why. I had some friends of mine, there was a video we did on them being here, that were here, and they wanted to try the durian, which I have not wanted to try. I said, all right, I'll get you a durian. So we pulled off the side of the road. They got one of those stinky things, put it in the car. It smelled so bad. We had to roll down all the windows. I'm like, it smelled like somebody just barfed in the back seat is what it smelled like to me. There's no way I'm putting that nastiness in my mouth. There's too many good things.
Did they try it?
They did and didn't like it.
Okay.
They actually did a video of them trying it. But they did it on their own, on their channel, not... Yeah, I knew it was going to be nasty. So yeah, they're not getting me on that one.
I haven't tried it either, honestly. I'm afraid.
Why are you looking surprised at me then? You try it and tell me how you like
I've
it.
only been here 3 months. That's my excuse.
I do not play when it comes to food. No bugs, nothing that I can still see them looking back at me. You know, like they put a plate of frogs that had eyeballs and I mean, they're all looking at me. No, it's
That's
not
not,
happening. No. Well, anyway, thank you very much for letting us interview you. I hope this helps some people here get a different perspective on somebody who's fresh moving here to Chiang Mai. So that way, you know, you're not just taking everything from what I say. You can have a different whole perspective on things. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you feel so inclined, buy us a coffee, which is really a Thai tea, because I don't drink coffee. So anyway, and if you want to support us on a monthly basis, try Patreon, link down in the description. And also there is a thanks button down below if you want to contribute to the channel. But anyway, thank you for watching, and let's see if she knows how I close out my video by saying Kap Kun Kap.